Hi, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Trevor Hankins.
And welcome to A Week in Power Squared. This week we're going to do something a little different.
Yes. On Facebook, Toonami shared this bracket of their shows. And so since we've seen plenty of their programming, we decided to take this opportunity to try and fill it up.
Right.
And that's also because Power Squared takes influence from Japanese anime and manga.
Right.
So with that said, let's just get right into it.
All right. And what's up first?
So the first thing is DBZ Kai versus Dot Hack Sign. Now, probably not going to agree with some of the things we're going to say, but it's also based on our experience.
Okay.
So, DBZ Kai is the only one we've seen between the two, so unfortunately that's the only one that's going to advance.
All right.
Apologies to any Dot Hack fans. Okay, between Demon Slayer and Black Lagoon. Trevor and I tried to watch Black Lagoon, but for some reason the DVR was picking up King of the Hill
Yes.
instead.
The American counterpart.
The best American anime. So we weren't able to watch it, but we have seen Demon Slayer, and at the time of this recording there was 2 episodes left, but so far that's the reason it's going to advance. Sword Art Online versus Mobile Suit Gundam. Sword Art Online, we haven't really liked a whole lot of it, but we've actually watched it compared to Mobile Suit Gundam. Is it going to be a tough one? Do we go with Sword Art because we've actually seen it, or go with Gundam because it has more like prestige to it?
That's a good question. Gundam, I guess.
Alright, then it's Samurai Jack versus Blue Exorcist.
Well, I've actually seen Samurai Jack.
Yes, we've seen Samurai Jack and Blue Exorcist. Personally, I go with Samurai Jack because it's because of how well made it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Blue Exorcist is good, don't get me wrong, but Samurai Jack just has a lot going for it. It's one of Tartakovsky's best work.
Yes.
Okay, Roni Kenshin versus the original Dragon Ball.
We have not seen either.
No. So this is...
Is there one that you'd want to see if you could?
Probably the original Dragon Ball. Okay, Naruto Shippuden versus Powerpuff Girls. I'm going to go with Powerpuff Girls on this one. It's very easy. Okay, next we got Batman Beyond versus Teen Titans.
Between them, we've actually seen Teen Titans.
Yeah.
So Batman Beyond?
I'm going to have to go with Teen Titans on this one. We've seen Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, but that's kind of our only frame of reference.
Batman the Animated Series versus Mega XLR.
This is very tough. Because Batman the Animated Series we haven't seen a whole lot of it, but it is really good. And Mega XLR, I maintain, is Cartoon Network's best show they've ever produced.
Okay.
Because of its combination of action comedy was just very unique.
And it was that was more. I remember that was a reference point for trying to find an artist for Power Squared.
Yeah. Either way, someone watching this is gonna get mad.
Well, they set it up this way.
Yeah, that is very true. I think between them, I'd go with Megas.
That's kind of your favorite.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'm a little biased there, but
I've actually seen some of the Batman the animated series and liked it, but yeah, Mega XLR was special.
yeah.
They keep doing Batman stuff. They've only done one Mega XLR.
Yes, that's true. My Hero Academia versus The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. No, that's not the Johnny Quest.
I grew up with,
Right.
that I know and love.
This was a revival series, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it kind of goes to My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
The Big O versus Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Trevor and I have only seen the second half of the Big O.
Because that's the only one that Adult Swim has some like rights to because they like co-produced it.
Yeah. We've actually seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood all the way through. So I'm gonna have to go with Full Metal Alchemist because it's a very high quality show, touches on a lot of different emotional themes, and has like really good animation.
Yes.
Not that the Big O doesn't. Big O is basically anime Batman. But I'm gonna go with Full Metal Alchemist. So next is Thundercats versus Eureka 7. Thundercats, I assume, is the 2011 version.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that was the one Toonami actually aired. We didn't watch that as good as it sounds like it is. But we did see Eureka 7. Now with Eureka 7, one weird thing is that for some reason Toonami kind of skipped. Oh wait, they didn't skip an episode. Our DVR didn't pick it up. And we weren't able to watch it on demand in any capacity.
Yes.
So we had to read a summary of what happened, and it turned out it was the episode that explained everything.
Good timing.
Between those, I think I would go with Eureka 7 because we've actually watched it. Okay, next is Gundam Wing versus Dr. Stone. This is kind of easy. I go with Dr. Stone.
We actually watched that one.
Yeah, we actually watched that. Also, Dr. Stone is a very unique shonen series and very fun, so I'd recommend people watch it anyway. You've seen part of it.
Yes.
It makes science fun.
Okay, next is Gurren Lagann versus Tenchi Universe. Again, this is easy. Gurren Lagann, because we actually watched that one. You didn't watch that, right?
No.
But it's from Studio Trigger, so I think you would probably like it.
Okay.
Next is Cowboy Bebop versus Inuyasha: The Lost Episodes. Easy, Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop is a classic.
I've actually seen that one.
Yeah,
So.
we've all seen that. Black Clover versus Hunter x Hunter. No contest, Hunter x Hunter. Black Clover, Trevor and I tried to read it and kind of lost interest, and we tried to watch it, got further, still lost interest. Hunter x Hunter is a good series, like, from beginning to end, especially the Chimera Ant arc.
Yes, as long as it is.
Yeah.
In Black Clover, the character's just so annoying.
Yeah. Annoying, one-dimensional. Then Dragon Ball Super versus Parasite. Now, I assume when they say Parasite, they mean Parasite the Maxim.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they mean.
If they do mean the original Parasite, correct me in the comment. Between Super and Parasite, I think I have to go with Parasite. Because we've seen Super all the way through, but Super has...
Pacing issues.
Yeah. Okay, third bracket. Sailor Moon versus IGPX. I'm aware there were two different versions of IGPX. I assume by IGPX they mean Immortal Grand Prix, and not the original miniseries. I've actually seen IGPX, so I go with IGPX.
Or Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon is kind of up there with Dragon Ball in terms of how recognizable it is, but again, we've actually seen IGPX.
Yeah.
Samurai Champloo versus Gundam.
Oh,
A G Gundam.
G Gundam. That's right.
I've seen Samurai Champloo.
Yeah. So let's go with that. Okay, next is all three seasons of Fooly Cooly versus Lupin the Third.
Yes.
I think I'll go with Lupin the Third on this one.
Yeah, Fooly Cooly had some really cool bits to it, but it
Yeah.
never really, all three seasons never really went anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lupin
Also, the second and third seasons, as good as they were, weren't as good as the
first.
first. Next is Tenchi Muyo versus Deadman Wonderland. Now, multiple Tenchi Muyo series appear on here, so I assume it's the original Tenchi Muyo.
Yes.
But we've actually seen Deadman Wonderland, which is really awesome.
Yes.
So I'll just go with Deadman Wonderland on this. Okay, next is Justice League Unlimited versus Soul Eater.
We haven't seen Justice League Unlimited. However, the ending to Soul Eater kind of sucks.
Yes. We're giving it to Justice League.
This is your list. These are your brackets, and if these guys ever play each other, we'll see how it works.
Okay, Yu Yu Hakusho versus Zatch Bell. I've heard of Zatch Bell, but we've actually watched Yu Yu Hakusho, so I'm going to go with Yu Yu Hakusho. Next is Kill la Kill versus Michiko and Hatchin. Apologies to Michiko and Hatchin fans, but I think we're going to have to go with Kill la Kill on this one. I think with Michiko and Hatchin, our DVR had like weird recording issues anyway, so we're not 100% sure if we even caught the whole thing.
Right.
Well, Kill la Kill was good.
Yeah.
With Michiko and Hatchin, we couldn't really get behind either of the main characters.
Yeah. Yeah, Kill la Kill was good.
Yeah.
So next is Bleach versus Samurai 7. Samurai 7 all the way.
Yes.
Bleach, I have not read the whole thing. I have not even watched the whole thing, but we've watched enough to know that it should have ended after a certain point, and the quality just kind of went down.
And Samurai 7 is Anime 7 Samurai.
Yeah. Alright, so the final bracket, where we weed out the first tier of competitors.
Right.
Naruto versus Gundam Unicorn. We have not seen either. Let's give another one to Gundam.
I don't know why I just couldn't get into Naruto.
No, and it's not from what we understand, it sounds like it kind of went downhill anyway.
Yes.
I mean, they had a whole year of filler,
Yes.
which is debatable in the quality of, but I digress. Food Wars versus Reboot. Food Wars.
Apologies to Reboot fans out there. We haven't seen that one.
Yeah. Food Wars is interesting because it's in a weird way, it's like anime chopped.
Yeah,
What I
kind of
say,
is.
yeah.
It was really fun. You actually end up learning more about food than you ever thought you would. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex versus Space Dandy.
We've seen both.
Yes, you've seen Space Dandy.
Yeah, we actually I think have an interest in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So it's a little hard for me, but yeah, I've seen Space Dandy, and I like Space Dandy.
He's a dandy guy in space.
What would you go with based on your experience?
Having not seen the other one, I guess I would go with
Space Dandy. Yeah, let's go with Space Dandy.
Ghost in the Shell is like really good. That is good though, especially second gig.
Yeah, so we'd recommend both shows anyway, but for this we're just going to go with Space Dandy.
Okay.
Next is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure versus Tokyo Ghoul. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wow.
No question. We've seen both, but with Tokyo Ghoul, the second season was just
Bad.
very, very bad. Very questionable decisions.
The first season was like really good, and it had like an interesting premise.
Yeah, but then with the second season, the premise just kind of went on thin ice.
Yeah. From what we've read of like the differences with the manga, it's like it was trying to adapt some part of the manga, then at the same time trying to do its own thing, so it's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it's this weird mishmash of both directions, and it just doesn't really work.
Right.
Okay, next is Outlaw Star versus Hellsing Ultimate. Also a little tough, because Trevor and I have seen both. I've only seen Outlaw Star.
Right.
What did you think of Outlaw Star?
It was good. It wasn't as good as other ones, but it was pretty good.
It's not like Cowboy Bebop.
No. And that was we were watching those kind of at the same time.
Yeah, so...
Similar sort of stories, but it was done better with Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. As good as Hellsing Ultimate is, I think I'd have to go with Outlaw Star in this one.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan versus Bobobo. That's actually a tough choice.
Okay.
What did you think of Attack on Titan?
It's interesting. It's a little slow paced.
Yeah.
Very
Frankly.
twisty.
Yeah, and a lot of conversation on horseback. I'm always amazed at how they could be riding at full gallop and having conversations.
Yeah.
But, hey, it's very twisty, as he said.
Yeah.
And it was getting kind of to a point, and then the season ended, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only seen that one, so of the two. And I know the Bobobo thing was where, isn't his nostril hair or something to do with it?
Yeah, Fist of the Nose hair.
Yeah, which I always thought was kind of a gross superpower.
It's a play on Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. But still, it was just sort of...
Right. Bobobo is a show that has a cult following, but I guess Attack on Titan.
It wasn't for me, but yeah.
Okay, then we got One Punch Man versus Voltron.
we've seen One Punch Man.
I assume this is not the Netflix Voltron.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So, One Punch Man. Come on.
Yeah, we have more of an attachment to One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
He just needs one punch.
Okay, then One Piece versus Transformers Armada.
I like One Piece. At the same time, I really like Transformers.
This would be a tough one for you. So where's your heart?
If we're talking about like One Piece, like as an anime,
Yeah.
I would want to go with Transformers because One Piece, the pacing eventually just kind of slows to a crawl after Thriller Bark.
Yeah, that's fair. And Transformers Armada at least has a consistent pace.
And we get Transformers in there.
Yeah.
And the series actually had an ending.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So on to the second round. Now we've got DBZ Kai versus Demon Slayer. DBZ Kai is DBZ but faster,
Yes.
and Demon Slayer is Demon Slayer. Maybe we'll go with Demon Slayer on this.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Mobile Suit Gundam versus Samurai Jack. I think we're gonna go with Samurai Jack on this one.
We actually watched that.
Yeah.
All three of us have actually seen it.
Yeah. The original Dragon Ball versus Powerpuff Girls. I've actually seen Powerpuff Girls, so I think we're gonna go with Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Teen Titans versus Megas XLR. I'm gonna go with Megas. That's a very easy decision. My Hero Academia versus Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Wow, that's hard.
Yes.
I've only seen My Hero Academia,
Yeah.
so I can't make it. I would go with that because I haven't seen the other one.
Right.
And it is ranked number 1 in this bracket.
So I guess we'll go with My Hero Academia based on that first
Yeah.
one. Sorry, Fullmetal Alchemist fans. We like it too. Eureka 7 versus Dr. Stone.
I'm gonna go with Dr. Stone here.
Yeah, totally. Gurren Lagann versus Cowboy Bebop. That is actually tough.
Yes. I'm leaning towards Bebop.
Yeah.
That's kind of a classic series. I mean, people talk about that still. I mean, even though it's been off the air for a while.
Yeah, but it has certainly left an impact.
Yes.
Hunter x Hunter versus Parasite. I think I'm gonna go with Hunter x Hunter on this one. IGPX versus Samurai Champloo. I'm gonna go with Samurai Champloo.
So
Okay, then Lupin the Third versus Deadman Wonderland. Deadman Wonderland is awesome, but I'm gonna go with Lupin the Third.
They sound like very different series.
Very.
Yeah.
Justice League Unlimited versus Yu Yu Hakusho. I think I just had to give this to Justice League. As Yu Yu Hakusho we have seen, but with Yu Yu Hakusho I think it got weaker after the Sensui arc.
yeah, I kind of did.
Killa versus Samurai 7. This is interesting because there's kind of a difference in philosophy between the two shows. Like, Killa is very flashy and over the top, and also has an interesting way of having a commentary about clothing.
Yes.
But on the other hand, Samurai 7, again, it's Anime 7 Samurai, has a very, as you could say, more serious tone. It does have, like, robots as part of its setting, and does get over the top, but doesn't do it in the same way that Kill la Kill does.
Right.
So I guess it's kind of,
A toss up.
yeah, it's a toss-up. Like, do you prefer your over-the-top in a very quick and flashy way, or do you like it in a slower, more serious way?
Since I haven't seen Samurai 7.
I guess we'll go with Kill la Kill. Food Wars versus Gundam Unicorn. Gonna go with Food Wars because we've seen that one. Space Dandy versus JoJo.
Now, this is tough.
Yeah.
I would have to go with JoJo's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space Dandy was a lot of just kind of a little disjointed at times.
Yeah.
JoJo's not necessarily, we watch it all the time. And it seems like it obviously has more staying power,
Yeah.
and the stories are a little more, it's this big story arc. It's trying more stuff, I think, than Space Dandy did.
Yeah.
But you guys can overrule me if you want to.
Well, I'm fine with JoJo personally.
So,
Outlaw Star versus Attack on Titan.
Wow. Well, we've seen Outlaw Star. We haven't seen all of Attack on Titan.
Well, I haven't even animated the last arc yet.
Yeah, so I'm hoping Attack on Titan sort of answers some questions here eventually. It seems like they allude to answering them and don't. Yeah, these are very different kinds of shows.
Yeah.
I guess I'll say Attack on Titan.
All right. One Punch Man versus Transformers. Do you have any thoughts on this?
It's a good question because it's been a while since I've seen Transformers Armada.
Right.
Let's see, One Punch Man, liked season 1, One Punch Man season 2. I'd say
It's a little less One Punch Man.
also, everything's like a little wonky at
Okay.
times.
Yeah.
As it goes like a little fast without giving anything time to breathe.
Okay.
The animation isn't as good.
Okay.
Transformers Armada has had some like animation errors of its own
Okay.
in the context of like the rest of the Unicron trilogy.
Yeah.
There's like Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. I think with Armada, from what I remember, they kind of like had some idea of what they were doing.
Right.
Okay. So you want to go with Armada?
Maybe.
Well, I agree with him that I think season 2 of I like One Punch Man as a character,
Yeah.
but season 2 has been less about him
Yeah.
and more about the villains and
It was more about Garo.
yeah. I've not seen Transformers Armada, but I know that Transformers is a really important part of it. So I would think we want to go with that. Hope it doesn't scare people that I'm making these decisions.
Demon Slayer versus Samurai Jack. I think Samurai Jack takes this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
thinking that.
Because Demon Slayer is good, but Samurai Jack is really good.
And actually, the last season of Samurai Jack was really good.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you think it might be like, oh, they're just gonna round it out, but it was really good.
Yeah.
So
I think it helped that Gendy got to see his vision through.
right.
Powerpuff Girls versus Megas.
Notice how this came down to Cartoon Network shows.
I'm just gonna go with Megas.
That's If you
Yeah.
say it's one of the best shows the best show they ever did, yeah, hard to vote against it.
My Hero Academia versus Dr. Stone. From your experience, what would you say?
Well, I've seen much more of My Hero Academia than Dr. Stone.
Yes.
So I'm more familiar with. I even had one of the characters as my password at work, so I'd have to go with My Hero Academia.
All right, let's go with Cowboy Bebop versus Hunter x Hunter. Between the two of them, I think I'm gonna still go with Bebop.
Yes, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Samurai Champloo versus Lupin the Third.
I was thinking. I mean, Samurai Champloo was. It was a shorter. It's over.
Yeah.
Lupin seems like it keeps. I mean, there's always another version of it coming
Yeah.
out. It seems like, and there's some really nice animation in both.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but I might pick Samurai Champloo. It was sort of a nice little. You got to see the three of them travel, and the samurais kind of come to terms with each other, and it was kind of an interesting story.
Yeah. We're going Samurai Champloo. Although we would love to see more Lupin.
Yes.
Justice League Unlimited versus Kill la Kill. Do we go by virtue of we saw Kill la Kill?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
Food Wars versus Jojo.
I'd say JoJo. Attack on Titan versus Transformers.
We're back to that little conundrum. Again, I haven't seen the Transformers Armada, so I would lean towards what I've seen.
The Transformers been a while since I've seen like the anime.
Right.
The last thing I saw of it in full was like the Dreamwave comic, which I read through an omnibus.
Yeah.
It tells the same basic story at the same time, kind of goes off in its own direction, so I don't think it's really fair to go off of that.
No.
Okay. So, Paul, it's up to you.
I think between the two, I'd have to push Attack on Titan because it's fresher in our mind.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So now we're down to the quarterfinals. Samurai Jack, which is rated number 4, versus Megas XR, which was number 15. I know how much you like Megas XLR, but I think Samurai Jack's a stronger series. I like the missiles and all the missiles. Really all the missiles. But
It's a very tough decision. I think I'm leaning a little towards Samurai Jack.
In my head, there's being consistent with me saying Megas was the best thing Cartoon Network ever made.
yes.
But at the same time, Samurai Jack is a stronger series in terms of storytelling. So Samurai Jack.
Oh, that hurts, I bet, doesn't it? Just
A little.
bit.
It was a really hard decision for me to make too. My Hero Academia versus Bebop.
Wow. I mean, I'm coming from it as, I know Cowboy Bebop is considered a classic,
Yeah.
and I don't know if My Hero Academia is going to live up to that. So you're kind of going with potential versus kind of a known quantity.
Yeah.
Funny because My Hero Academia is all about potential.
Well, that's true.
I guess we go with Bebop on this because we already know how good it is.
Samurai Champloo versus Kill.
Is that a hard decision, or do we immediately go with Samurai Champ?
I go Champloo on that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's a similar thing. Kill la Kill is a good series, but Samurai Champloo was overall stronger. Jojo versus Attack on Titan.
Sounds like Sunday morning around.
My immediate thought is Jojo.
Go with Jojo.
All right.
Final four.
Samurai Jack versus Cowboy Bebop.
Kind of look at it this way: if you could watch one of the series again, which one would it be?
They both have prestige, like rightfully so, but I think I'd lean a little more towards Samurai Jack.
Okay.
I was thinking that.
So I guess that's agreed.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop is a very classic series, but Samurai Jack experimented a lot more with its storytelling and its animation,
Right.
and that experimentation really paid off.
Right.
And Samurai Jack Season 5 paved the way for Primal, which you should really watch.
So I guess on the left we would write Jack. Okay, then on the right we've got
Samurai Champloo versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wow. We're still watching JoJo's now.
right. JoJo is honestly my knee-jerk choice, but I don't know if we need to.
That's well, I'm fine with that as a choice if you want to make it.
I mean, they're both good shows,
Yes.
but right now I'm really into JoJo. I still recommend Champloo. Okay, so now we've got it down to Samurai Jack versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is hard. I know we've said this before, but this is hard. Okay, so between Samurai Jack and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is there one you would lean more towards?
I know we're watching JoJo's now.
Yes.
If I had to pick one to watch, I might lean towards Jack. JoJo can get a little out there, and it's very much the same sort of episode every time.
Right.
You look like you're going to get killed, but wait, I was thinking this, and if you're looking that way, I did this. And it's sort of like, okay, I mean, it's a little predictable that way. I didn't feel the same way about Jack. It's kind of like, and I don't mean this as an insult, it's a little bit like Seinfeld. Once you figured out they're going to meet in the coffee shop, and it's going to be, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They sort of became the same. It sort of lost interest for me. I know it became, everybody loved the series, but
The show about nothing became the show about something.
it just got to be predictable, and in some ways, JoJo is. They're going to set up a situation. It looks like so-and-so's dead. Oh, but wait, he's not. The bullets were in his cap in ice, and so he's okay. So.
Yeah, and Samurai Jack was a lot more artistic.
Yeah, and it's a little more. It's not predictable to me.
Right.
And each episode's not like, okay, they're going to do this and this. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Our grand winner is Samurai Jack.
Wow.
So that's just our take on it.
Yeah, and if somebody is watching and has a different opinion, love to hear it.
Yeah. Leave us.
Take that as a challenge. Leave a comment.
Leave a comment and tell us where you think we're wrong.
Because you could go a whole different way.
Yeah, usually.
If you'd seen other shows, you might have gone a totally different way.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's the video.
All right.
If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, ring the notification bell if you want to see exactly when these videos go up.
I'm David Hankins.
And I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Trevor Hankins.
We want you to stay safe and come back next week for another week in Power Squared.